taking old jewelry and repurposing it into different things. Like we would put it on hats. We would make these little cool zipper pulls so you could hold your bracelet and close your clasp.
Smart.
Yes, things like that.
You know, it's funny because I feel like I love that you guys were just looking for a way to spend time together. I struggle with this. I'm sure most people do. I have so many girlfriends that I love to spend time with, and all we really do together is eat and drink. And I love eating and drinking, but it's not so good for the waistline. I'm just saying. So maybe crafting is a lot smarter. Clearly, Leanne is far smarter than me. So as you're out there experiencing this world, what were some of the things you were seeing that were lacking?
Well, I've already indicated the branding thing. Most of them know how to make things, and they make amazing things.
Yeah.
Like, I'm finding such great things out there, but they don't necessarily know how to put an identity out in front of people so that they can communicate their message very clearly about what they do and why it's special.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because these things cost a lot of money. There's a lot of time and effort put into the making of the items that they're selling. And so they need to be able to communicate that value. So their branding really doesn't support that a lot of times.
Yeah.
They also don't know a lot about marketing because they're not coming from the business world. They're very creative people. So generally, they're not coming into the situation with a ton of business acumen. And just for myself, I've been trying to develop businesses for other people throughout the years, but also a few of my own. And one of the things that I realized coming through the process was there's a lot of free programs out there that can really make your business so much better. And so by using some of those free programs, you can be more efficient in your email. You can be more efficient in gathering other people's emails and marketing, over time, setting up email campaigns and social media campaigns. There's ways to do that a lot simpler than just going on Facebook and posting from time to time.
Yeah, sure. Of course.
So those kind of things.
So, Leanne, we're talking with Leanne Heintz right now, mayor of Marketowne, which I'm never going to tire of saying. But explain what specifically Marketowne is now, because that's a new concept, right?
Yes. So we have the business development side where we're actually coaching these artisans and crafters, helping them build their businesses. And then there's an event, Marketowne, that's going to be for all the public to come to. One of the things that I noticed that everybody needed was a more regular place to sell their things. So I created Marketowne to be an event held the first and last weekend of every month.
Wow.
And it's going to be a great event. It has live music there. We'll have a farmer's market and food trucks. And there'll be, streets and streets lined with pop-up shops filled with these artisans and crafters.
So like kind of an arts festival, but every twice a month.
Right.
Is that not a lot of work for you?
It's a lot of work, yes.
Yes. She's like, yes, it is. What's your point? And so where will is this going to be in all different locations? Are you sticking to one location? What's going on from that perspective?
Well, it's gone through some development. We had a location that we were going to do, but we were only able to do 1 day a week. And all of a sudden, in the planning of this, we found an investor.
Ooh.
And so the investor allowed us to set up so that we're going to have a permanent space. So
I think this is a development since we were first introduced, right? I mean, this is new.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Because I didn't know about this part.
Yeah, it's brand new. It's very exciting. So the concept is really amazing. And now the concept is not just putting up pop-up tents in some random parking lot. It's going to be a permanent space with the pop-up tents and the food trucks and music and all of that. But our pop-up shops, we're also going to have refurbished shipping containers.
Cool.
So now artisans and crafters can rent a shipping container, which will be all decorated. They can set up a small store in there, and it becomes a little bit more permanent, more exciting place to visit.
So, but maybe I missed something. So still, is it going to be one location now, but just a different location? Okay.
Yeah, one location. I don't even have the location firmed up yet because we haven't bought the property.
Gotcha.
But that's happening in the next.
So you're really going to buy property. You're not just going to sort of beg for some space in a parking lot once a couple times.
Yeah, it's a whole big deal. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a cool idea. So, all right, how does one just bump into an investor, Leanne?
So this is actually
because I feel
a really
like a lot
good story.
of business owners would like to bump into an investor.
Yes. So,
myself included.
Yes, I'll write a book next on how to do that. But
there you go.
I mean, one of the things that I've been doing to spread the word about Marketowne is going to these festivals and meeting everyone and inviting them to participate in Marketowne. And one of the things that's a consistent activity here in this area is Lakewood 400 Antique Market.
Yep.
And I think it's the third weekend of every month is their second or third.
That sounds right.
And so I was going through there and re-inviting, because I'd been there a couple of times already, just talking to everybody, re-inviting them to come to Marketowne and get online and find out what we're about and that kind of thing. And I ran into this gentleman whose wife has a booth there at Lakewood 400, and she does this great refurbished furniture, and she's a great designer. And so he started asking me questions and said he was really impressed with my marketing and whatnot. Asked me if I needed a sponsor for my event, which I said yes.
Yeah,
definitely.
who says no to that?
Yeah, usually I have to ask you for money. You're asking me to give you some. So he said that, and then he was mentioning that he had thought about doing this idea himself for a long time, and he was looking for a more permanent thing, and I said, well, maybe we need to have some more conversation about how we might work together. So we did.
I kind of love that. It's a great lesson, I think, for everybody, male or female, but because it's Women on Wednesday and there's a lot of estrogen in the room, we'll just stick with it. For women, you really do have to go out and talk about what you're doing.
Yes.
You have to be open to change, and obviously you were, because you're pivoting, you're making some changes about where and how and all of that. But if you don't tell people what you're up to, you miss an opportunity like that.
Well, and as a coach, doing my life coaching and business development coaching, one of the things that I'm always stressing is to put your best foot forward in every situation. That, be prepared for anything that could possibly happen. So I just started telling every single person under the sun that what I was doing and how it was going. And it was really amazing how many people were coming out of the woodwork to help me. In so many ways, I had people working for me for free just because they wanted to be a part of what was going on. And I had a lot of people offer sponsorship and things like that because they were excited about what was going on. So it's been a really positive experience all the way around.
I really think that's a crucial part of any entrepreneurial journey. I mean, really any career journey at all, no matter whether it's entrepreneurial or not, but especially for entrepreneurs, I feel like you have to tell people what you're doing. Look how well this is working out for you.
Yes.
It's so exciting.
Absolutely.
So do we have kind of some dates yet? Do we know kind of when we're hoping to launch?
I can't give a firm date until I have the property set up.
Okay.
There's a lot of things that will go into developing the property. It depends on how much we have to develop it. I have planned on my operations plan to try to get 5 events off before the end of the year.
Wow.
But we'll see how many we can get.
And are you talking about doing it sort of up where you are and coming? Is
it's actually going to be up there. We get so much traffic up there, especially on the weekends, for people going up to the mountains and up to the outlet mall. And there's a lot of property right there along that 400 corridor. So we're looking at property right there to kind of capitalize on that.
What a cool thing. I love the shipping container idea. That's like the newest, chicest thing, too.
It's actually happening in so many places. Las Vegas refurbished their downtown by doing, Tony Shea did shipping containers down there. But it's kind of new in this area. So it's going to be it's going to be an attraction, really.
Yeah. Very, very trendy and cool. Leanne Heintz, thank you so much for sharing this story.
Thank you.
The mayor of Marketowne, you got to love that. How much fun is that? And I think Leanne is doing exactly what our next guest is going to be talking about, which is finding your extraordinary. Jessica Heron is joining us next. She is the CEO and founder of the Stella and Dot brand family and quite a successful entrepreneur. So she has a brand new book out, and she's going to call in and chat with us about that. It's coming up for Dana Barrett Show listeners for Women on Wednesday, of course. Stay with us. We'll be back.